Why are young people with laptops suddenly out-earning professionals with decades of experience in the current economy? It is not because they work harder. It is because they understand the fundamental difference between trading time for money and leverage. In this video, I am going to show you 7 side hustles you can start right now. It is the biggest trap in the financial system, is trading your time for money. When you trade time for money, you have a ceiling on your income because you eventually run out of time. The 7 side hustles we are breaking down today detach your time from your income using AI, media, and other resources. However, before we begin, we need to have a very serious conversation about expectations. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. If you are looking for a button to press that will deposit money into your account while you do nothing, please click off this video right now. These are real businesses. They require skill acquisition, they require patience, and they require you to solve actual problems for other people. The difference is that, unlike a traditional gig where you trade time for money, the payoff for these businesses is exponential, not linear. You do not need a degree or a massive bank account to start these. You just need the willingness to execute. Let's get straight into the first opportunity, which is exploiting the biggest efficiency gap in the market today. Hustle number 1 is starting an AI automation agency, or AAA. Right now, millions of local businesses are drowning in manual administrative work that software could do instantly. They are manually copying leads from emails to spreadsheets, or manually replying to the same customer questions all day. Your job is not to code complex software. Your job is to connect existing apps to automate these tasks. You use no-code integration platforms that allow you to link different software together just by dragging and dropping. Let's look at the math, because this is where it gets interesting. You can charge a setup fee for building the system, and a monthly retainer for keeping it running. If you charge $1,500 for the setup and $500 a month for maintenance, you only need 5 clients to hit a $10,000 month. In my opinion, the most viable targets are often businesses with high customer values. Your execution roadmap is simple. First, pick one niche. Don't try to automate everything for everyone. Second, spend time learning a major integration platform. Most of them have free academies that teach you everything. Third, use the Trojan horse strategy. Offer to build a tiny, simple automation for free to prove it works. Once a business owner sees you save them 5 hours of work a week, they will happily pay you to save them 50. The trap here is complexity. Do not try to build a massive AI brain. Build simple, unbreakable workflows that save time. This is the efficiency arbitrage. You are selling time back to people who have money but no time. This brings us to hustle number 2, which is the trust arbitrage model, the newsletter operator. Social media algorithms change every day, destroying reach overnight, but an email list is an asset you actually own. The arbitrage here is simple. You curate information for a specific group of people who are too busy to find it themselves. You do not need to be the expert writer. You just need to be the filter who finds the best news in a specific niche. Once you have an audience that trusts you, you can monetize through sponsorships, affiliate links, or paid subscriptions. In the industry, a good subscriber is often valued at $1 per month in revenue potential. 10,000 subscribers equals a 6-figure business. Tools available right now make it incredibly easy to design, write, and monetize a newsletter with no technical skills. Start by picking a topic you are already obsessed with. If you read about it anyway, you might as well get paid for it. The secret sauce is not brilliance. It is consistency. You must show up in their inbox at the exact same time, every single week. The trap here is burnout. Do not commit to a daily newsletter. Start weekly. Quality and consistency beat frequency every time. Hustle number 3 is where we start getting into serious scalability. Building a no-code SaaS. SaaS stands for Software as a Service, and historically, you needed to be a genius coder to build it. That barrier is gone. Today, visual builders allow you to create functional software just by dragging elements onto a screen. You can build a niche job board, a specialized calculator, or a directory, and charge users a monthly subscription to access it. This is the ultimate arbitrage because you build the product once, and you can sell it to thousands of people infinitely. The cost to duplicate your software for a new customer is effectively zero, which means your profit margins are massive. The key is to solve a micro problem. Build a tool that solves one tiny painful problem for a specific group. Use the affiliate programs of the no-code tools you use to earn extra income while you build. It is a double win. These first 3 hustles are the digital landlord models. But making money is only half the battle. Now let's pause. Let's assume you execute one of these first 3 hustles, and you make your first $10,000. Most people will take that money and immediately blow it on a lifestyle upgrade, putting them right back where they started. Making money is only the first step. Keeping it and growing it is the second step. And that is where most people fail. I wrote my book, The Seed Portfolio, specifically to solve this problem. It teaches you the simplicity mandate. You do not need to be a stock market genius. You need to take your side hustle cash and invest it into a simple, diversified portfolio. It explains how to buy the haystack, so you never have to worry about picking the wrong stock or losing your hard-earned money. If you want to ensure your hard work actually leads to progress, scan the QR code on screen or check the link in the description. Now that we know how to protect the money, let's look at hustle number 4, which leverages other people's products. Hustle number 4 is niche affiliate marketing, and it is the cleanest way to make money without building anything yourself. With affiliate marketing, you do not build the product, you do not handle customer service, and you do not ship anything. Your only job is to connect a person searching for a solution with the company that provides that solution. This works best with software tools because they pay you a recurring monthly commission for every user you refer. You create content answering specific questions about these tools, place your link, and collect the traffic arbitrage spread. A common mistake I see beginners make is promoting low-ticket physical items like books or toothbrushes on Amazon at low scale. You need to promote software. A physical item pays you once. Software pays you every single month for years. Let's look at the math. If you promote a tool that costs $100 a month and pays 30% commission, you earn $30 per user. You only need 333 people to sign up through your link to hit a $10,000 per month recurring income. The execution strategy is to create how-to tutorials. Do not just say, buy this. Show people exactly how to use the tool. The trap here is trust. If you recommend a bad product just for the money, you will burn your reputation instantly. Only promote tools you actually use. Your endorsement is the asset. If you protect it, it will pay you forever. You can do this via a blog, a YouTube channel, or even LinkedIn. The platform does not matter. The intent of the audience matters. This is the ultimate traffic arbitrage. You are redirecting the flow of the internet to valuable products and taking a toll. Now let's move to hustle number 5. This one is personal to me because I have used it to build my own brand. This is Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, or KDP. This is platform arbitrage at its finest. Amazon has hundreds of millions of credit cards on file. People go there with the specific intent to buy. You do not need a publisher. You do not need an agent. You can upload a manuscript today and sell it globally tomorrow. There are 2 ways to play this. The first is high content, where you write non-fiction books that solve specific problems, or fiction books that entertain people. Think about problems people are desperate to solve. How to train a puppy, how to manage anxiety, or how to use Excel. You just need to write a helpful guide or create something entertaining for a specific group of people. The second way is low content. This involves creating logbooks, planners, or journals where the customer writes the content. These are incredibly easy to produce. You are selling the structure, not the words. A workout log or a recipe journal. The genius of KDP is that it is print on demand. Amazon only prints the book after the customer has paid for it. This eliminates your financial risk. You never have to buy inventory upfront or store boxes of unsold books in your garage. Let's look at the math. If you sell a paperback for $15, you might keep around $7 after printing and Amazon fees. To make $10,000 a month, you need to sell about 1,400 books. That sounds like a lot for one book. But you don't stop at one. You build a library. If you have 50 books each selling 1 copy a day, you hit your target. The trap here is quality. Do not upload junk. Even for a simple journal, the cover must be professional and the interior useful. We have covered digital landlord models and platform models. Now we move to the service arbitrage models. Hustle number 6 is the most direct form of labor arbitrage available in the modern market: drop servicing. Drop servicing is simply the act of selling a high-value digital service to a client and then hiring a freelancer to execute the work for a lower price. You are not the designer. You are not the writer. You are not the coder. You are the project manager and the sales channel. Your value to the client is not the labor. It is the curation. You save them the time, risk, and headache of finding and vetting individual freelancers themselves. You pocket the difference between what you charge and what you pay. This spread is your profit margin. And it is the exact business model of almost every major agency on earth. Do not feel guilty about this. High-paying clients do not want to manage 5 different freelancers. They want one professional point of contact who guarantees results. You can apply this model to almost any digital service: video editing, copywriting, graphic design, or even technical SEO audits. The execution strategy requires you to work backward. Do not find the client first. Find the reliable freelancer first. Go to freelance marketplaces and order small test projects from different workers. Find the one person who delivers 10 out of 10 quality every time. The trap here is quality control. If your freelancer fails, you fail. You are the one putting your reputation on the line, so you must vet them ruthlessly. Once you have your team, you build a simple landing page and start reaching out to businesses. You pitch the result, not the hours worked. To hit $10,000 a month, you don't need hundreds of customers. You need 10 clients paying you $1,000 a month for a recurring service, like blog writing or social media management. This leads us to the final arbitrage model, which allows you to sell physical products globally without ever touching a shipping label or buying inventory. Hustle number 7 is print on demand. This is inventory arbitrage, because you are selling goods that technically do not exist yet. You create a design or hire someone to do it. You upload it to a fulfillment platform. When a customer buys a mug with that design, the platform prints it, packs it, and ships it. You leverage the massive infrastructure of printing companies and the traffic of huge marketplaces like Etsy, Amazon, or TikTok Shop. This is the lowest risk way to start an e-commerce brand, because you never pay for a product until the customer has already paid you. Let's look at the math. A custom t-shirt might cost you $12 to print and ship. You sell it for $25. After fees, you profit $10 per shirt. The mistake beginners make is thinking this is a design business. It is not. It is a marketing business. You do not need to be an artist. You need to identify passionate niches. People buy shirts that represent their identity. Nurses, engineers, dog breeds, or gamers. The execution strategy is to be a trend hunter. Use tools like Google Trends or Pinterest to see what people are searching for right now and put that on a product. To hit $10,000 a month, you need to sell 1,000 units. That is 33 sales a day. That is achievable if you have hundreds of designs listed across multiple marketplaces. This is a volume game. One design will not make you rich, but 500 designs, each selling a few times a month, creates a massive income stream. The trap here is copyright infringement. Do not use Disney characters or famous logos. You will get banned. Stick to original text and original graphics. Now we have covered all 7 models. But before you rush off to start any of these, I need to give you a critical warning, or you will fail at all of them. The danger of a list like this is analysis paralysis. You will be tempted to try 3 or 4 of these at the same time. Do not do that. If you chase 7 rabbits, you catch none. You need to pick exactly one arbitrage model that fits your strengths. Commit to that one model for the next 6 months. Ignore everything else. Mastery pays dividends. Dabbling costs you time. The goal is not to hustle forever. The goal is to use these high-leverage vehicles to generate cash flow, and then exit the trap. Once you have that cash flow, you must capture it. You must plant it. That is the only way to build true, lasting sovereignty. My book, The Seed Portfolio, is the blueprint for that second step. It ensures that the money you make today protects you for the rest of your life. Since you've stuck around till the end of this video, it's clear that you found this topic intriguing, and I think you'll definitely want to check out the videos popping up on your screen now. They explore even more fascinating topics in finance that might just challenge your perspective. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos that break down complex and foundational topics in finance. Thanks for watching.